brought up the way most of us were brought up here in the city, where family was most important, and then your community and your friends.
Not only is he the same Stephen Lynch, but he's a close advocate of the community that he grew up in.
He gets it. He gets where we are. He gets the life that we live every day. He gets the struggles.
He's a regular guy. When I see him on the street, I approach him and I call him Steve. You know, he's not part of some elite group here. He represents us because he is us.
Good to see you, Steve. This is great. I still have these misgivings when we do these events that maybe no one's going to show up. It is heartwarming for me to have you here this morning in support of my re-election. And as all of you know, I represent 19 towns and 2 cities. And we have, this morning, from every single one of those 19 towns, we have groups of people who have been kind enough to adopt me as their local son.
I mean, how cool is that? You know, you can say that, you know, you grew up in the Old Colony projects and a friend of yours, a neighbor of yours, is now your congressman.
Mr. Lynch is a wonderful man. He's from Local 7. He's a steel worker.
He knows what it's like for most of us out there on the street, working hard every day, trying to support their families.
You know, I thought that when I started out that it might be good to have a representative who actually knows what it's like to stand in an unemployment line during difficult times.
He understands the financial crisis that families are in today. He understands the importance of maintaining a solid neighborhood.
He's determined and he's credible, and he's incredibly honorable and loyal.
Not too long ago, we had a situation down on Wall Street. Trillions of dollars were wiped out by the reckless behavior of these banks. Not only that, but millions of Americans, their homes were foreclosed because of the reckless behavior of these big financial institutions. And what did they do? They came to Congress. They came to Congress looking for a bailout.
A lot of people suffered, you know, and, you know, lost pensions, and, you know, it's not fair. And Stephen, he sees that, you know, he's not going to let somebody else influence him.
And having the experience like us, understanding what it is to struggle to make ends meet, I'm very proud and very happy that I was just one congressman who said no to the big banks.
As a leader in Washington, he's took some very difficult stances, and I think the stances he's taken have benefited the residents of the Commonwealth.
More recently, we had this whole struggle about health care in America. We thought at the beginning, and I think the president and everybody was on the same page, we said, well, if we can reduce the costs of what we're spending right now, and if we can change the system, we could use the savings to pay the benefits for all these folks that don't have health insurance. And that was the idea.
He's done an awful lot for Massachusetts. I mean, just the health care bill alone. I mean, he's one of the few people I know that actually read the health care.
Well, the Senate bill gave the insurance companies back their antitrust exemption, allowing them to operate as monopolies. They stripped out that limited public option that the states would be able to use to fight against these insurance company monopolies. And thirdly, they said, well, if you have an expensive health care plan, you're going to be faced with a 40% surcharge for your health care. So because of the deep flaws in the insurance company bill, there's no way I could vote for that bill. So I voted no.
He said, this is what I'm going to do. I cannot vote for this health care bill. Everybody deserves health care, but this is not the right solution.
I voted no on that bill because I don't represent any of those special interest groups. At the end of the day, the relationship that is most important to me is my relationship with you.
I respect him very much for his stance and for not caving into the pressures in Washington.
He's willing to stand up for things even though a lot of his colleagues are against some of his positions.
You know, this is a great job if you love to fight, because there are a lot of fights out there, a lot of debates that we're going to have going forward. You know, I've tried to be engaged. I've been to Iraq 12 times. I've been to Afghanistan and Pakistan probably about a dozen times. We have 250,000 United States men and women in uniform very proudly serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. They may not be yours, in some cases they are your sons and daughters, but figuratively they are all our sons and daughters. And so that's why.
He's true blue. He is sincere and he's hardworking and he'll listen.
If a veteran is in need, if someone calls me and says, hey Rich, you know, we have someone that's in need of help, call Stevie Lynch's office. And you know what? It doesn't matter whether they're from the district or not. Stephen will help anybody. Without a guy like Stevie Lynch to help us, we might be in some serious trouble.
Bottom line, I need your help. We're in a fight this time. This is really the essence of representative democracy, of going there to Washington.
We couldn't ask for a better person to be representing us right now, especially during these tough times, Congressman Lynch.
He provides, you know, a solid working family with that hope and with that sense of hope for a good future.
What else can you say? He does the right thing.
What I'm trying to do in this campaign is bring the reality of your lives, the things that you hold most dear. I want to continue to bring that to Washington, D.C. I need your help to do it. God bless you all. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.